No days off, man. Shout out to
Ooh.
Underdog 50 in the building.
Hey, bro, I ain't even gonna lie. I thought that was Lil Wayne at first on that little picture.
Nah, man, Afro beats all day, brother.
Nah, I know. I'm just talking shit.
That's a dope beat though, man. I gotta give it to her.
Mm-hmm.
Um, man, a lot has happened since the last pod, man. A lot has happened. But
I,
go ahead.
I know what you probably want to start with, but you know, it's however you feeling.
I actually wanted to start with John Morant, man.
Jesus Christ.
Just because a lot has been going down since the last pod with him specifically, and I've kind of watched everybody talk about it. I kind of wanted to hear your perspective on it and then give mine. On obviously it was a dumb move by him, but I don't know if you have anything else to say besides that.
Um, I would have to say that at least how things are going on my side of things, like I'm literally having conversations with people as to is he possibly like the biggest doofus, like in the history of uh, African American athletics and entertainment? Just because you really do got to be kind of a slow poke uh, to have something happen so frequently and so close together after like you just did a whole little press run and everything. What? Excuse me, suspended 8 games. So, that was like $4 million or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then the Powerade did. I mean, yeah, I don't know, bro. It's just you know, and I'm not saying that you and me was Al Capone and Gotti, but you know what I'm saying? Where we come from, you don't even play around guns like that, and especially like aiming them at your head, your homie's head, da da da. Da, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's real life out here, bro. It's like if you pull it, use it kind of culture, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Buddy's weird. You know what I'm saying?
Um,
Like he's
I
just weird. And then I heard the Crips is coming at him because apparently
um,
he claiming Crip and they was like, hey. It was like, hey, stop claiming us, you suck.
yeah.
But who knows if that's true. Either way, it's just kind of like, bro, I don't want to get into mental health and all that. Dude is just, I don't know, just real excited. So,
I don't know. The way I kind of feel about it is it's dumb, but he's 23, man. Like I could probably name you similar things that I did when we was in college at that age.
I'm sure.
Very no.
Hey,
I mean, do you remember me showing up to the party with the police did? You know what I'm saying? Oh my
hey, that's
God.
that's different. Hey,
Hey, different. We was
it
both
is. Look,
fucking
one was impersonating an officer, the other one was impersonating a thug. So,
No,
yes,
I'm just saying I had a job, right?
right.
And I took stupid risk while having that job. Like I remember pulling up to the party and the real cops was walking up. And I had my uniform on and everything. And I just left.
Hey, you
You know
you
what I'm
called. I'd have been like, hey, I'd have been like, I'm glad you guys showed up. I just called it in. You
saying?
gotta flip it. You gotta be able to flip that.
But my point is this though, man. We've all been young and dumb.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that kind of brings me to this clip that I want to show. And once the clip plays, I think it's just his generation and the music that they listen to. I'm not making excuses for him. Don't get me wrong. I just want you to watch the clip. Watch the clip and what I'm talking about.
JJ and them.
No.
Oh.
This is people still talking. Watch what happens after the
Let's go to Silver team. 2 points in this one.
Okay, he scored. What is he doing in the hand? Did you see what he did with his hands?
I mean,
so I'm just like trying to explain. He immediately pointed at dude like he was shooting at him. I'm just trying to explain that's their culture. That's how they grew up. It's stupid. It's stupid.
No. I'm not saying
it's
I'm
stupid.
not saying that. I mean,
go ahead.
First off, when it comes to shooting the ball,
yeah,
you're shooting the ball.
So he shot the ball, made the shot. They need
but that's so like, it's but that's what I'm saying. That's an easy correlation. Like I'm literally shooting on you. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's I'm saying all of the stuff that he's doing has got the same connotation in his perspective. That's how he's looking at it.
No, I understand perspective, but I'm just saying like the little handgun motions while hitting a shot and back. That's not, you know what I'm saying? When I see that, I don't immediately go like, you know what I'm saying? Like shit was getting lippy. It was play, you know what I'm saying?
Well, but I guess my bigger thing is like people are like, oh, he needs to be suspended for 40 games. He's stupid. You get paid $100 million. How could he be so dumb? He's young, man. That's the first part. Second part is like, is that where we're really going now? That any and everything that anybody does when they are not playing basketball needs to be policed? Or when they have a high-profile job, any and everything that they do on and off camera is to be watched? And it kind of is like, if you think about Shannon Sharp when he was at that basketball game against the Memphis Grizzlies, and he got back and forth, and then he ended up having to apologize because of his job. So it just shows you that the world we live in now, because both of these occurrences with guns, he told on himself, whether it was his friend going on IG Live, or whether it was he himself going on IG Live. But in the first instance, the police officers themselves said no crime was committed. The NBA just felt like suspending him. Like, to me, if you're going to suspend somebody for 40 games, he would have had to shot the gun. He would have had to do something.
I mean, I agree with what JJ Redick said. You know what I'm saying? Like there's what JJ and RC was talking about. Like, of course, there's no victim because there's no crime. You know what I'm saying? Well, actually, depending on where you stay at. Now, he played for Memphis, and we all know how Memphis get down. So, you know, the whole brandishing part of it. And I feel like that's just what they honing in on. The fact that it was just like if it was John Morant popping a wheelie or John Morant doing donuts. You know what I'm saying? Like, can he have the car? Yeah, but should he be driving it recklessly considering his private employment? You kind of see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that.
And that kind of brings me to this video I'm about to show of Shannon Sharp.
Because, like, I agree. Like, he didn't hurt nobody. Like, you know what I mean? But
here's
no, I'm good.
Here's Shannon Sharp on the air.
2 ounces of this old gooder.
Pouring himself.
This Shea by Laportier.
Wait, is that apple juice?
No, that real thing, Skip. You know, you get your about.
Wait, I thought
ounce and a half of vermouth.
I thought you didn't drink.
I just enjoy myself. Huh? I mean, after that game, or what you call them, you get you another ounce.
Wait, Jason Tatum drove you to drink?
No, Skip. You just go ahead over there. You know, I'm just doing a little something. Just make me a little cocktail right here.
Really?
Put a little some of that right there in there.
You look like you've done this before.
Yeah, you know, I'm a mixologist. You know what I'm saying? Just throw that up thing a little bit right there. Put that right. Hold on. Put this right here.
I'm a mixed upologist.
Yeah. Why you mixed
up? I didn't know you drank.
Why you mixed up right there? Let's do it like look at that, Phil.
Oh. Wow.
You didn't know your boy did that, did you?
I did not know. This is a new Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, hey, for JT.
You've come out of your shell.
Yeah, a little something right here. Here's you, Skip.
Okay. I have nothing to toast you with.
Woo!
Huh.
Oh my goodness.
Well, should we now be concerned about you for the rest of the show?
No, I'm good.
Really? Okay.
Exactly.
You get you about 2 ounces of this old gooder.
But you see what I'm saying, though, right? Like, this is a man on national TV in the history of television. You ain't never see somebody pour their shot up, mix their drink, and take a sip right before they about to debate.
What I'm saying is this: is that sometimes Shannon Sharp and Kendrick Perkins have a little bit too much leeway. I'm always down for Uncle Shay Shay. I love Club Shay Shay. I love, what I'm saying. I support Shannon Sharp is the man. Sometimes, bro, it's just like, bro, what you gonna do? Smile big and click your heels. You know what I'm saying? Do some Sambo neck, like, bro. Just, sometimes all that extra shit, I just don't, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like all that screaming and clowning, like, bro, it's.
I respect Uncle Shay Shay. I was reading the comments, and this one comment stood out to me the most. He said, "Man, protect Unc at all costs. Dude really is a living legend. Do you know how many black folks have been waiting to see somebody that looks like me get to be themselves publicly, boldly, and be loved and respected for it? For every professional black man that has to water themselves down just to conform to what is deemed acceptable in a workplace, I want to say, keep pushing. Your time will come too." And I mean, to kind of just full circle come back to Ja, and kind of just sum everything up, man. I just feel like what he did was wrong. It was dumb, but we have to kind of draw the line, man, because if he was a white boy that was holding his pistol on his side or cleaning his gun and it happened to play in the NBA, people will be screaming, free the amendment that says you can the right to carry, man. And they would be like, well, he's exercising his right to carry a weapon. There's nothing wrong with what he did. He just happened to be holding it and showing it on camera. He wasn't pointing at nobody, and nothing bad happened to him, So, like, I get it, send a message to him, maybe suspend him 20 games, but to tell the man that he got to be gone half the season, when it's not like he went into the stands to go fight a fan. Like, I get what they're trying to say. In the spirit of everything he did, he was singing a song, having a good time with his homies. Now, it's not like he ended up shooting himself like Plaxico Burress. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's like I said, I agree, but it's like, bro, you also got to remember, like, we still don't run shit. So, like, all that stuff is cool, but it's like you said, it's perspective. While that might have been liberating for him to mix his drink on stage, he also just confirmed a lot of people's stereotypes in this country. So there's still a negative side to stuff like that. And then same thing with John Morant. I didn't see the whole clip, and I heard it was real brief, but they got that still image of him. I think he was in the driver's seat of a car. You know what I'm saying?
Now, the passenger seat.
Oh, well, that's good, because I know if you're in the driver's seat with a gun fled, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, there's just because you can do it on Grand Theft Auto, and just because you can do it, could, would, should, these are all different words with different definitions. So, like, I'm down with it. I get it, bro. But it's like, I don't know. I feel like that stuff is way more detrimental than posting a Amazon link and some of the other stuff that other people have been doing this year. But
right.
But it's like I said, bro. There's people who okayed that. Even though Shannon thought to do it, they okayed it.
Exactly.
See what I'm saying? So so that's why it's just some of that stuff. It's like, yeah, that sound good. It sound real positive and all that. You know what I'm saying? But like, what's really going on? And even with all that being said, man, he is young. We've all done crazy shit, reckless shit. But I don't think we've done it within 8 weeks of the last, like when Dane crashed his car, he didn't get another car and crash it like the next month. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there has to be some gap in between, and I feel like bro, you literally just set yourself back how many $1 million? It's the frequency of it too, bro. Like it's not just.
I think he
You know what I mean?
reminds me of, I can't think of the dude's name, but he was like a quarterback for Cleveland. He used to
I
do
didn't. Oh, and also I didn't mean Dane. I meant Kyle.
he used to do the little money sign.
Yeah.
You know what quarterback I'm talking about?
Uh, what NFL
Yeah, he
or
got
college?
drafted, but his alcohol got in his way. He like was going to Vegas. That ended up he's no longer in
I
the.
wanna say Jamarcus Russell,
No, this is the white boy.
Johnny Manziel.
Yep, Manziel.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, his behavior kind of reminds me, and I think he has an alcohol problem. I think he compromises himself. He may not want to admit it. He may be, having a good time drinking his troubles away. I think this incident happened again just because they got out of the playoffs so soon. And maybe he was thinking about everything. I'm not making excuses for him. I'm just explaining from my perspective what I think happened. Um, that's not an excuse. I think he'll bounce back. I think he's going to learn from this. Hopefully, he goes to rehab for a long time. He reflects all summer on this. And next season, whenever they do decide to let him come back and play, he's working out while he's not playing and he comes back as a beast. As speaking on what you said, as far as stuff happened back to back, stuff was happened to me back to back in college. Like, remember when I pulled up on y'all at the dorm? Weeks later, something else happened. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you, like, the stuff sometimes piles off, and you don't realize that it's a chain of the decisions that you're making because you're so young and you think you're invincible. And ain't nobody could have told me nothing. I just drove from Chicago, pulled up, pulled y'all in the car. Let's go. And what happened at the end of that night? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hold on.
go
Hold
ahead.
on.
Go ahead.
It's not the same level of responsibility, and it comes with that aesthetic price.
Yeah, you
Because
don't
like
understand
yeah,
that though yet.
I'm saying, like, you talking about protect Shay at all costs. I'm talking about protecting black man's image, period. You know what I'm saying? So like at the end of the day, to me, I say the same thing when I see white people that really, really love like street ass rap.
Mm.
What business do you have impersonating or embellishing in a culture that you're not included or a part of, and that is impoverished compared to yourself? It's the same question I got for job, bruh. You ain't even a part of this shit for real. Your peoples might be, you never know how close, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But from what I see, bro, you real Papa Doc. So what's the point of everything that you're doing? To look hard? You got one of 150 starting jobs hooping. So you got a little bit more responsibility than just bowl in a security outfit. And
See,
that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just.
and I'm not arguing with you. Everything you're saying, 100% correct. But that's me and you talking. That we almost you 35. I'm almost 35. We understand that. We get the gravity of the decisions he's making and how he's throwing it all away.
Like,
23, man. He just want to have fun, talk shit, play basketball, dominate. He don't
no,
understand the gravity of his decision.
first off, bro, that's cool. But you losing, so it's not even like you winning. And you play in a league to where they wanted to kick AI out the league and wasn't doing nothing like this.
He don't understand, bro.
So like, bro,
He
you
doesn't
know
understand,
better,
man.
bro.
He
Like, you
doesn't
know better.
understand. He's gotten way more love than AI did when he first came in. The
But
league
that's what
has
I'm
changed.
saying. But that's what I'm saying. Because he like AI on steroids. That's what, you know what I'm saying? That's what he play like. So like so to me, it's just, bro, that's my whole thing. Oh, everybody want to have fun, bro. Stop trying to reinvent the wheel. Ain't nobody on this planet brand new. Everybody got to stop acting brand new. Like,
I think he'll learn.
he think he the first. What was old boy name? Oh, what was old boy name? Sebastian Telfair. You remember him?
No.
Same situation. Like the streets love you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you get the big time, shit happen. Or maybe you're not good enough or whatever. You always only gonna be as good as your last game, bro. and y'all not even winning.
Well, speaking of that, let's segue to the next topic. Speaking of people who ain't winning, who are as good as their last game, the Warriors have lost, are no longer in the playoffs. They lost in fashionable way. Hate to switch the topic like I just did, but I didn't want us to keep going on.
You
So we can go ahead. We can go ahead and talk about how bad the Warriors looked and how the Lakers crushed them. Let me have it, Drew. Go ahead. I want to hear it all.
It's gonna be real 50-50 because I got lucky and I didn't have to answer after the Kings lost. So I'm being honest, bro. So I'm saying I'm not a hater.
Honestly, I could have let you have it after the Kings lost, but I'm like, man, we champions. We've been there before. I'm not for the rub it in your face. You know what I'm saying? That's not
Well,
my.
I mean,
If you
at the
notice,
end
I
of the
didn't say
day,
two words to you at all. I just let it be.
because your prediction was completely inaccurate, and while I did not win the series, my prediction was right.
You right?
So you know what I'm, so I still got it right. I just didn't win. So that's kind of why I was also like, well, I guess we really ain't got shit to talk about because like you won, but I was right. So
That was. I mean, they surprised me with that window. That was a hell of a game 7, man.
and game six was crazy too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I feel like we got I thought we got more out of it than
I mean, the way y'all won game 6, I thought y'all was gonna come out and smoke us game 7.
I did too.
I'm like, they in sack. Ain't no way we winning this game.
Yeah. Go back to the road record, go back to everything that we ever talked about. It's like, yeah, we probably should have won that game, but that's how it be when you're scoring go cold. De'Aaron Fox finger just started to look worse and worse. And then Sabonis forgot how to shoot jump shots. And Curry went off, man. You know what I mean? He also Wardell hadn't had a single game like that, I think, maybe the whole playoffs, and he really did, he showed out. So crazy. Now, as far as the Lakers series,
But before we go on, man, I meant to tell you, I thought Sabonis should have shook everybody's hand, man. Even if y'all lost, I understand why he may have felt the way he did, man. But win or lose, man. There's times when I got my ass whooped on the rec floor or anywhere on street ball. I still I shake the person's hand, man. I got next. You know what I'm saying? But
I'll insert any random excuse you have to keep Draymond legit.
What you talking about?
Like whatever I can say about Sabonis to get him a Draymond Green treatment. Let's just let it slide or whatever. It's just Sabonis.
Draymond has his ways, and he may end up not being a Warrior after everything that's unfolded. But I still would rather have him on my team. So I know for a fact though, Draymond still shook everybody's hand when we lost to the Lakers or when we've lost in the past. It is what it is, man.
Well, it's easy to shake. It's like I said, like winning cures a lot. So the fact that Draymond, if the Warriors were losing, Draymond would not be in the league. I think that's what I'm saying. It's like winning solves a lot of shit. So that's why it's just like whatever.
Okay.
But you did eventually lose to the play-in tournament champion, LA Lakers.
I mean,
we didn't talk about it on the pod, but I thought each game was either going to be one or two ways. Either the Warriors are going to run around y'all and shoot, or the Lakers are going to be taller than y'all and score.
You know what I think happened was we were still living off of the euphoria of beating the Kings that very first game against the Lakers. And just like, Jimmy Butler capitalized and beat the Celtics in their first game on their home court, that's the mistake we made is we came in not on high intensity, not on high alert. Like, we need to win this first game. And LeBron, shout out to Darvin Ham, they came in with the strategy. Anybody, ABC, that's what they called it. Anybody but Curry. And they defended the hell out of us throughout the whole series. but specifically that first game, I think it just caught us off guard, and we didn't really have a counter. You know, Steve Kerr got out coached flat out. There's nothing you can say about it.
I
Steve Kerr
don't think the
got out.
matchup is. I also don't think the matchup is very good for y'all though. Like, you know what I mean?
I feel like in the past, Steve Kerr has been able to. He's had the personnel to be able to make adjustments to where whenever people try to defend Curry a certain way, whether it's boxing one when we played Denver the previous few years, or the boxing one around Curry to kind of try to have other people make the basket. Steve Kerr has always found a way to open up the offense and get it flowing again. This time he had no answer. Now maybe he should have been playing some of his younger players in rotation and not just like, I don't understand why Kuminga didn't play at all.
Yeah, Kuminga didn't play at all.
You know, you got, I forget the guy, Jermichael Green. He's on, maybe they just weren't shooting well enough, but at some point you got to rely on your rotation, man. Like, and that's one thing that I have to credit Darvin Ham on. He got Austin Reeves in there, you know what I'm saying, playing his lights out. He got the dude, I can't think of his name, Villanova, whatever his name is, Villanueva, whatever his name is, man.
Talking about DiVincenzo?
No, not DiVincenzo. I'm talking about the Lakers. Jared Villanueva, whatever. Let me pull it up, man. Before
Vanderbilt?
Huh?
I think Vanderbilt.
Yeah, Vanderbilt.
Yeah. I was like Villanova. I was like, what are you saying, bro?
I started with a V, man. But I'm just saying, like, he's willing to put people and trust them, you know, and I felt like that's what it came down to. Like, it's like Kerr didn't have trust. He was going to ride and die with the people who have been winning him championships all these years. And the fact that you got to switch it up, give them something different that they ain't seen. I guarantee you Vanderbilt was not on the scouting report whatsoever.
I think that the Warriors got about as far as they were going to get considering how the year started.
I can't agree with that, man, because the Lakers have worse of a record. I think,
but that's because they didn't make no moves until the trade deadline. Everything that Rob Pelinka did is the only reason why they're here right now.
you got a point there.
So that's a little different.
But I feel like we had the personnel. We just got out coached.
I mean,
we had the personnel. You should have started DiVincenzo a little bit more because he was every three he shot, he was in game 6 when they did bring him in, and they won, or game 5 when they weren't playing what's his name, Poole as much.
I think that was kind of the thing. My boy Poole turned into a puddle. We'll talk about that in a minute. But like, I think Draymond's drama, Clay, he didn't play bad, but like he didn't, you know what I mean? It didn't look like the Splash Brothers. It looked like Curry's Mario and the other dude Luigi. Like, he's a player 2 ass dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't look. And then Andrew Wiggins, he wasn't as good as he was last year. Those were probably the biggest things for me. And then like you said, like the youth didn't really, but I mean, and then like, is Andre Iguodala on the team or not? That was a big.
He is, but I think he was hurt. He didn't, because he was on the bench.
That's what, because I was confused.
Coaching him up.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, you get Iguodala in there, that's another veteran. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So I mean, it's hard. And I don't know.
And that's one thing that I'm always like questioning. Like, why do teams do that? You know, like any great team in the history of whenever they win, whether it's a LeBron team or whoever, as soon as the season's over, all the pieces that helped you win, instead of like keeping them and trying, whether it's role players, whatever it may be, instead of keeping that same core. Oh, we found something here. Let's keep this core together for at least another year. Pay them whatever they want to pay them. Let's try to run it back. Now, what did the Warriors do? Trade away GP2. Trade away Otto Porter. Trade away, they just and then what they end up doing? Give 4 first-round picks to get GP2 back. Like, what the hell were y'all thinking? Well, they didn't even trade him away. They let him go.
Yeah.
But you should have made that a priority and signed him. You would have still had your first round picks that you gave away just to get him back.
And that's what I'm saying. And then especially like in a league that I've always talked about is just getting more and more saturated, bro. Like these teams are getting deeper, the benches are getting deeper, the challenges is you know what I'm saying? We got a G League now. You got guys developing out of nowhere, like even Miami. I think we have the most undrafted players on a team. We got 7. You know what I'm saying? So like we got 7. You got undrafted guys that are starting major minutes. We got guys starting over Kyle Lowry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like you do have to embrace, and I mean that's what Eric Spoelstra's always been good about, embracing the young player.
Yeah.
He'll let a young player do whatever the fuck he want. Like, hey, if it's working, if it stops working, I'm gonna pull you.
Yeah.
Because we're Miami, we got 12 motherfuckers who can play. You know what I'm saying? So if you not do it, we'll pull you, but we'll give you a shot. So, and also briefly shout out to the San Antonio Spurs. You got Tim Duncan twice, man. Good for y'all. I don't know. Popovich must have rolled up in the office on his jigsaw to get that done.
You mean Tim Duncan's coaching for them now?
Nah, like Greg Popovich got Tim Duncan again. They about to draft. They won the lottery. They about to get Victor Wembanyama.
I don't know if they're gonna draft him first. There's been another Scoot something. People have been saying it may not be Victor there. They may draft somebody else. You know what I'm talking about?
Bro, I don't know a single person on this planet who honestly thinks that Victor.
I was reading that story. People were saying Victor 7-1. He may not be as nimble. They may not go for him first. He may go second. But there was a guy in the G League that they played against Victor, and he dominated Victor. I can't think.
That's cool for some Gatorade highlights, but like, bro, there's people talking about.
I think his name is Scoot Henderson. Yep, that's his name, Scoot Henderson.
They talking about giving Victor a max deal, and he ain't even played yet.
He's a 5-star recruit from the class of 2022. Henderson finished high school. Let me share this screen. You ain't heard about this guy?
I've heard of him, and I'm sure, buddy, you know what I'm saying? But like, are you looking at Victor's highlights, bro?
I've seen it. Look, I agree with you, man.
I don't care what nobody's talking about.
I haven't seen this guy's highlights though, but they were just talking about how he may get drafted over Victor.
Not off of one game, bro. That shit is dumb. I don't think the Spurs would, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know about that, bro.
You gonna see, man.
I mean, obviously we'll see.
Yep.
You have a franchise.
Summer savings have arrived.
Go ahead.
You have a franchise who's been in a similar situation with a similar player. You know what I'm saying? Like Tim Duncan was kind of like the same thing. I mean, the Virgin Islands ain't exactly coming from France, but they had Tony Parker too. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. They've always been a good international organization. They have the best coach in the league right now. So
I would want to go there too. You right?
I don't know who. Like, if I'm Victor, I'm like, thank God San Antonio got the pick.
I don't know, man. Somebody argue with you that what's his name wanted to get Kawhi wanted to get away from San Antonio, so they can't be that good.
Kawhi needs to like play first. Like Kawhi don't even. Now when Kawhi do play, he's one of the best players in the league. But like, nah. Like, look at this dude. He's 7-1. Look at bro. Do you see, bro?
All right, let's see what Henderson do, bro. Let's see what Henderson do. He got the ball now.
Hey, like I'm sure Scoot real good, dude, solid.
Ooh, hell of a block on him.
And that's what I was like. To me, like I'm sure Scoot is great, but he ain't, bro. Come.
Yeah, I wouldn't be passing up on him.
He's not doing what this dude is doing at that. Like it's just not even.
What African country did I tell you he was from again? I don't remember now.
This dude. I know what you can guess. I know how you're gonna try and scoop him into your pool.
Now, if I had to guess, I would say he's probably from Kenya or Eritrea. If I had to
Victor,
guess.
Victor Wembanyama. I'd have to say I'm not gonna be vague and be like Bantu, but I don't know. I want to say more Central Africa, but it's like you said, probably East or West. Like I want to say, like his people might be like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Let's see what it says. They're gonna say he French. He ain't French, motherfucker.
Bro, I hate when they do that.
I can't stand these, man. Ah.
France, yes, that might be the
Okay, it's actually Congo, Democratic
What,
Republic.
boy, you bet, boy. You better watch. I know what I'm talking about.
The DRC. Okay.
Now, I just saw saying, I was like, Wembanyama, I was like, this sounds more central, like either Congo or the Republic, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you called it. But moving on, man. Let's wrap this episode up before it's an hour long and nobody want to watch it.
Yeah, you already know.
Sixers eliminated. I thought it was kind of sad to see Joel play the way he did. I thought Harden was kind of a shell of himself. And they got to figure it out, man. It ended up costing Doc Rivers his job, but I felt like they were winning in the beginning of that game, and as soon as the Celtics answered back, they kind of just folded and panicked. I feel like they should have played Tyrese Maxey or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
He should have been running the offense. I feel like Harden should have been coming off the bench. You know, Doc should have trusted his younger players more in that matchup because all them players were too old to keep up with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown and Marcus Smart on the wing, man. And then when Al Horford is playing defense the way he playing defense, the Sixers had no chance to beat them in a game 7 in Boston.
My thing is just like, I hate how Doc get this rap, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
like, because at the end of the day, the man's not playing. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's coaching. So, like, it's really weird when they cut, because you got to think about it like this. The last 3 years, the coach that has possessed the best winning record in basketball has gotten fired. Bud, Monty, Doc, all just got fired. You know what I'm saying? So, like, winning doesn't even keep you safe. I understand if you haven't, you know what I'm saying, Oh, we haven't made the Eastern Conference Finals since 2001. Well, Doc only been coaching y'all for 3 years, so you know what I'm saying? So whose fault is that? And he does have
somebody else said that he left the Celtics because he said he didn't want to be a part of a rebuild. And it's funny that it's the Celtics that eliminated them, the team that he didn't want to be a part of.
I didn't
I
even
was
think
like, damn.
I mean, whatever. What
Can
he
you
left.
imagine if he had stayed with the Celtics the whole time?
What I'm saying, but he left like 12 years ago. I don't think, I don't think it was a direct like, I don't want nothing to do with Jason Tatum. I don't think he knew. You know what I mean? That Jason Tatum was gonna be there. And then it's just like I said, I just feel bad, but he's been an excellent coach, a good, black coach, kind of paved the way for Tyronn Lue and a couple other guys, and he's still one of the most winningest coaches. Like I think he just has that bad rap of 3-1s and 3-2s, and you know what I mean, and just Lue. But once again, he's not playing, so. Some of it is the fact that the Sixers have not been there yet. You know what I'm saying? So those guys are inexperienced. The Celtics, Jaylen Brown's been to 4 Eastern Conference Finals in 5 years. These guys are 25, you know what I mean? 25 years old, 24 years old. Like, it's just a very unique, poised young team. And it you know what I mean? It's not like they lost to the Knicks or, you know what I mean? Like Philly made it to the semis.
I agree with you. He shouldn't have been fired, but the history is hard to ignore. And Philly, man, there's something about playing in Philadelphia, man.
They don't play. I know.
Them fans,
bro, they really don't, bro.
What you talking about?
No, they don't.
They want to win and they want to win now.
No, and I feel him for that, and that's why it just kind of is what it is. But beyond that, Lakers Nuggets, who you got, real quick?
Shoot, it's probably gonna be the Lakers, man.
Uh,
As much as I want the Nuggets to hit that next level and make it to the finals, and kind of Jokic to get the respect and Murray to get that chance, because they've been trying to hit that ceiling for so long. Michael Porter Jr., who went to Mizzou to get his first opportunity to get a ring. I think it's like you're right. It's going to be a repeat of the bubble, but I'm happy if it is a repeat of the bubble, because so many people, when the bubble happened, made so many excuses for how LeBron and Miami just happened to make it there by chance, and they were one of the only teams willing to want to play in the bubble, and they kind of just termed that season as a fluke that the Lakers got gifted another championship.
yeah,
The fact that both teams are working this hard, both teams were in the play-in, worked their way all through the playoffs to get all these W's, it kind of validates that bubble victory or that bubble finals, if I'm making sense to you, that the work ethic has been building since then.
I mean, it makes sense to me. I'm just more the fact of, if the Heat is finna get this dub, I would like to not have to go through the number one and number two most winningest franchise of all time. You know what I mean? It'd be nice. And it'd be nice to like get what I like to call the spicy nuggets finals. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have the Heat and the Nuggets. I feel like that'd be something we haven't seen before. Or Celtics Nuggets, something we haven't seen before. Like, either we're getting a bubble run back, we're getting the greatest rivalry in basketball, or we're getting, you know what I'm saying? Or we're getting something new.
Yeah.
So to me, it's like, no matter what, I feel like we got a good finals.
I wouldn't be mad if y'all face the Lakers though in the finals, and this is the
I
reason.
would.
because I feel like y'all team now is better. Like in that bubble, y'all didn't have Strus on the wing. Y'all didn't have all these other people. Like, I was watching the game yesterday. Jimmy Butler driving, kick out 3. Jimmy Butler driving, turn another corner 3. Like, y'all offense was flowing. When y'all played in the bubble, it was like, who's gonna make the shot? Is it Jimmy? Is it Bam? Who's gonna take it? And it was just too much weight on him. And now he has a perimeter of shooters. Can you imagine if Hero comes back too? Like, I feel like y'all have the best team around y'all now, and I'm happy for y'all. I just wanted to say that.
Thank you.
That offense is crazy though, man. So
I like how Caleb Martin's playing too.
Huh?
Caleb Martin, man, he's silently playing like really solid 3-ball.
Yeah. And I think it would validate Jimmy Butler even more, because he lost against LeBron the first time. Then he came back and defeated him and didn't have to go join a superstar team like KD just to beat, LeBron.
Oh no, I want this ring more than the bubble. I want this ring way more than I wanted the bubble one.
Right.
Like this one, I don't know, but like with everything that everybody been talking about, Jokic and I like you said, Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter, KCP, just to Bruce Brown. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of these guys on the Nuggets, for them to finally just, because I don't want finals LeBron to kick in, and then he getting in, and if he gets a fifth one, then we got to listen to him and Jordan debates all summer. Are LeBron's 5 better than Kobe's 5? Are LeBron's 5 better than Duncan's 5? Like, I just don't fucking care. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just don't want to hear that shit. So, and he messed my team up, and we're still a good franchise, and we still out here winning to this day in spite of his whack ass. So that's also why it's just kind of like, man,
I'm forever gonna have. I don't like LeBron's teams, but I'm gonna have reverence for what he's done for the game. Before LeBron left Cleveland and then left your team the way he did, the players didn't have as much power as they did. So some would say he changed the game in that respect. to where the likes of the KD, the likes of anybody that's leaving to go join another team now and creating their own narrative is happening more. Which I'm all for that. I don't think the owners should be the only ones controlling all of that. But that's a different topic for another day.
Right.
We can go hours talking about that. I just think for him to be playing his 20th season and still be this legit and not taking any years off.
Oh no, buddy, that's what I was trying to tell somebody the other day. I was like, if we want to sit here and compare the health and durability of LeBron and Mike, that's a separate conversation. If we want to talk about the scoring of, you know what I'm saying? Because like they're two different people. Like LeBron has been gifted with so many more physical gifts. Now Mike ain't no slouch, but like, you know what I mean? So I feel like he would have to get the accomplishments to even be in the same breath as Mike. And then once he gets that fifth, that's when you can start to have a combo. And I just don't want to hear that shit. So as far as I'm concerned, big nuggets in the building. I hope they put a 6-piece on LeBron's ass. Nice little 6-game series to get him out of there.
I think you should want to defeat the best though. Like I think it'd be too easy. People will start saying, "Oh, they just have to play the Nuggets, man." Can you imagine? Of course, Jimmy Butler dominated that.
You know what I've noticed about being a Chiefs fan and losing for 30 years and then winning this last 5?
What?
Is that no matter what you do when you win, they're gonna say something. There's always gonna be. So to me, it's just like, oh well, it would be more legit if you beat the Celtics and the Lakers. Well, the Nuggets beat the Lakers, and so you know what I'm saying? Like I could. Well, what does that mean? Blah blah blah. Like I ain't doing that Dane shit. Look, like straight up, we gonna win. I would be happy about it. I don't care who it is. But obviously, if I had my preference, I would just want something that we haven't seen before. Because you got to remember, before the Bucks Suns finals, the Heat, I think it was, what was it? The Heat, the Spurs, the Warriors, and the Lakers had been in one of those 4 teams had been in the finals for the past like 20-some years. So, you know what I'm saying? So before that, we had no mix-up. So if we get the Lakers Heat again, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'd rather just at least get the Nuggets in there. Just let them have, I mean, they little shine. Jokic didn't get the MVP, but gets a little bit more on his legacy. You know what I mean? Like if LeBron wins, the league kind of stays the same in the offseason.
Yeah, I mean, you're saying a lot of words and things that I like to hear. Legacy, I hear spicy nuggets. I hear a lot of things, you know. It's starting to sound like a little, you know, gold standard. You know, there's a certain standard that we follow. So let's go ahead and talk about them a little bit. They're boutique hemp, you know, specializing in Martin, Tennessee, and you know, some seed genetics, R&D, and if you're looking to specialize in what they specializing in, please do email Carson at goldstandardfarms.com. They got Greenwood OG, they got Purple Papaya, they got TCB Gelato. Shall I go on? No, we'll stop right there. It's enough for the gold standard right now. You know, you like how I segued into that?
Yeah, I like that.
Like that. That was smooth.
But yeah, I just rappers already got Ja Morant lines in their songs. When Kwame Brown calls you NBA dumb boy, you know what I mean? Hey, and I saw they calling him Ja Warrant, like Warren. I was like, bro, y'all crazy.
They gonna be shouting that at anywhere he played,
bro.
Not
it's like I said, bro. Just make smart decisions out there, y'all. A lot of money on the line. Other than that, go Heat. See y'all when we see y'all, man.
We gonna see y'all. And speaking of seeing y'all when we see y'all, let's go ahead and talk about it, man.
What?
Travel, man. If you want to see us when you see us, where is it at? I ain't even got it up. I can't find my link.
There's camera.
but you get the gist, man. Fire the media guy. There is one more thing that I wanted to share before we left today, and it's kind of just on the note on what we came in starting on. Let me share my screen. Hit the subscribe button below if you haven't just yet.
Yo, where you at, my nigga? Yo, where you at, my nigga? Yo, where you at, my nigga?
Hey. With that said, see y'all next week.